Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. I'm Mr. Ticks. Pleased to meet you if I haven't met you before. We do all kinds of smartwatch reviews here on this channel and delve into some special characteristics related to wearables, which we're doing today. As you saw in the title, I'm going to talk about how you can use a basic Fitbit to monitor and actually work to change your basal metabolism, and in doing so, help increase the amount of calories burned daily, which offsets the amount of calories you take in, and hopefully give you better weight management. This is how I stumbled onto it, and it's working for me. We'll set this aside and come back in a minute. It all has to do, honestly, it all has to do, really, with walking, with getting up and doing that sedentary reminder thing every hour and getting out and walking. I stumbled onto this article by these great authors, Megan Rabbit and Caitlin Piery, called 12 Biggest Benefits of Walking to Improve Your Health According to the Experts. Now, I'm going to have a link in the show notes of this video to take you over there. You want to go there and read it because a lot of these things that are great are actually hyperlinks that'll take you to other resources. But the benefit of simply walking, just getting up and walking a few steps an hour, will do all kinds of things like improve your mood. It'll help you burn calories and maintain a healthy weight. That's what we're going to focus on in my discussion today. It can reduce your risk of chronic diseases and so forth. This is the article. I'm just giving you the highlights. Help you live longer, boost your brain power, joint pain, delaying the onset of varicose veins. Wow! Just by getting up and walking, it could stimulate your digestive system. I have felt that happen. Enhancing creativity, improving your sleep, kickstart your immune system, and of course, it can help you achieve different goals. And this is a fun aspect of what we're going to look at. So, the smartwatch, the Fitbit, has in it a special feature related to sedentary reminders. Now, you've heard of those little switches you can turn on every hour. It'll vibrate and tell you, oh, you got to drink water. Oh, you got to take steps. Oh, you need to take pills. They're just repeat timers, and there's nothing fancy about it. But not so in these Fitbits. Now, depends, of course, on the model you've got. This is the Sense. And when you get into the Fitbit app, which I have right here, you get all of your different cards of things. And in here is how many steps or how many hours of a set period of hours you choose that you've walked 250 steps or more. Now, to get into this, we tap this little thing up in here, and I scroll down after we get past the account information to the device you've got connected. This is the Sense. I'm right here. I'm going to come down to where it says reminders to move. Check on your Fitbit tethered to this app to see if you've got this. In here, you have a switch you can turn on, and it will give you a reminder 10 minutes before the top of the hour if you haven't reached 250 steps in that hour. That's the magic trick, folks. When you get that notice and you only have 10 minutes to go and you only have a few steps to walk, believe it or not, for a sedentary guy like me, it gets me up out of my chair to do 14 more steps or 40 or 150 or even 250. I've sat for almost a whole hour and haven't moved. I recognize, one, I got to do it every hour in order for it to affect my basal metabolism over time. And two, just doing it is going to refresh my brain, get blood flowing, and I'm going to feel better. So instead of feeling a vibration on my arm and not even looking at it because I don't know what's, it's just a vibration every hour. Is that to drink water or to get up? I don't know. I don't care. I'm busy. This one is different, and it really happens because of the Fitbit. And we're going to talk about this specific screen as well. This watch face takes it to even another level. You can set the days of the weeks, your start and end time. I've chosen 12 hours from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and I've also chosen a goal of 10. 10 out of those 12 hours I want to do my 250 steps. Think about it. Don't push too hard, but push a little bit. If I can get 10 out of 12 hours every day, including the weekends, that's great. Here's what it looks like when you're good at it and you accomplish it. You come back over here. You go down into right here on that place where it says how many of how many. There's my charts. It's a great accomplishment when I get all 12. This is the holiday weekend. I took off Sunday completely. I didn't even want to wear the watch. That's okay. It's a matter of over time, every hour doing it, that it's going to build up and work for you. Let me explain a little bit more about how all of this is come into play using this watch. Now, this is the Fitbit Sense, and this thing is called a Healbe, that's the company name, GoBe3. You see it's got a transflective screen. It's actually brighter when it gets reflected light on it, and it has the ability with sensors on the back touching your skin to actually monitor the calories you put in when you eat, not adding up how much calorie per peanut you took in, but actually what's absorbed in your blood is measured by the watch. You get caloric intake, and it measures your exercise for caloric outflow, and it measures and reports your basal metabolism. And this is what it looks like in the app. It's live updating now since yesterday. I haven't done it yet. Pulling in all of the information, getting me my report, and right here, energy balance is what we're talking about. All the science, all the physics, all of the nutrition talks about its balance of calories in, calories out. And right now, at this moment, I am at negative 252. That means I have spent more energy than I've taken in. If I do that consistently, I'll lose weight. Come in here and I get this whole chart thing going on. Here's breakfast. Here's when I took it off to take a shower, put it back on. The numbers that are above the line are your input, and it's showing you at these peaks how many calories that represents. The ones below the line is your outflow or burned calories. Intake minus burned is balance. Keep that negative. You're home free. You don't need to play with the science or anything about it. Now, if you're really serious about working on losing weight or monitoring your weight, you can use it to gain weight too if you need to take more in. This particular watch, the GoBe3, and I got a little piece of paper here to show you. I am affiliate with this. There's a commission flow if you pick it up by using this link. I will tell you that, but I am very much sold on this product and use it regularly and get a good discount off of it if you use my code, Mr. Tix10. So here is last night. Here is the day before. Here's a good example. Here's the whole day. Okay, went the whole day on that one. Ate a lot and burned a lot. Now the burning comes from different sources, and here you go. Calm is just sitting around doing nothing. Routine is walking around, doing your normal life stuff, and it lumps exercise into walking. At least it has for me. You add these up, and you get that basic amount of controllable exercise. But look at how big the basal metabolism component is compared to that. Look at that. For 20 hours and 38 minutes of wearing it, it calculated my basal metabolism. All this happened during that. That became the burned here that led me to a negative result for the whole day. And that gets reported somewhere in the totals. And the day before, I wasn't as lucky. I have a positive balance, so I took in more than I exercised. And again, the basal metabolism. This was only like a half a day, so I didn't have a full day reading on that. But this is the process by which caloric intake and outflow can determine how your body's going to work in terms of weight control. And the simple art of doing a step every 250 steps every hour can really assist in that because it gets you moving. And you saw all the benefits. Now, this particular watch face, I did a special video for a group, I don't know, Sedentary Anonymous or something like that, wanting to know how you use this whole thing and how you can work with it. And so I focused on this app. I'm going to put that clip coming up right now. You'll hear some of what I already said repeated, which is a good thing. It'll anchor it. And you get to see this particular face in action. It all has to do with this sliding bar. Are you ready? Here you go. So check this face out. This is the ambient mode. I've got my power, I've got my date and time, and I twist it, and I light up with the screen. Now this top category is completely changeable. I have it set to monitor hourly step count. That's not provided by Fitbit, but the app developer figured out a way to do it after the calibration of the first hour or so. This can monitor and track and reset itself every hour. Now something different. My scale on here is 0 to 500 steps. This is the actual step count. Here's my total step count for the day, and you can see the other parameters as well. So I can monitor that, and as long as I get 50%, I've hit my 250 steps that the watch Fitbit wants me to do every hour, and I'm good. And then, if I continue walking, I can go all the way up and get my goal of getting 500 steps per hour. And that's completely changeable. If I want 1,000 per hour, I could set it for that too. And notice it's 12:46. You know what happens at exactly 10 minutes to the top of the hour? It shows you how many steps you have left to meet your goal. And that's the motivator to get me up. I'm going to walk a little bit and show you what happens. Okay, there we go. Look, I put some steps on it. It's almost at that 10 till moment. I want to show you this. I'm going to slide down and get us back to where my steps are. And look at that, 203 steps. I have 47 remaining. It shows you my step count. And look, the watch will flash no matter what mode I'm in, even if it's off, and tell me I have 47 steps left and I have 10 minutes to do it in. That is such a motivator. It just beeps at you every hour to get up and walk. But when you're that close, oh, come on, you can get up and go 47 more steps, right? And now, because I've got this watch face in here, I don't do just 47 steps. I do another 250, making my goal for 500. Now, I don't get it recorded. I don't get any big awards. I don't get any flash. It doesn't transfer to the app. The 250 does, of course. But this is my personal delta that I can add as I want to with this incredible watch face. I'm going to walk my steps. Ta-da! And with minutes to spare. You know, it only takes a couple of minutes, maybe 3 at the most, depending on your speed, to walk 250 steps, and 5 to 7 minutes to get 500 in. And it's really worth it every hour, because for me, it helps my metabolism. Just doing it every hour, not a bunch all at once and then sedentary all day long. For every hour, it causes my body to say, oh, he's up and moving, I got to burn calories. And it helps to move my basal metabolism up, which is the biggest contributor to losing weight. And then I don't have to diet so hard. So anyway, there you go. When you have not hit your 250 in the first 50 minutes, and it gives you that warning, when you do hit it, it flashes the notice that you have hit 250 steps if you do it in that last 10 minutes. So that's really a cool motivator as well. If you're really good and you get your 250 in before 50 minutes past the hour, it's not going to give you a notice, and it's also not going to tell you got your steps. It just figures, you know what you're doing. I'm just going to leave you alone. This puppy, though, again, it's not going to vibrate or anything, but it's certainly going to tell you when you've hit 100% of your goal, and you select the goal. Stick with 250 if you want. Increase it as you're able to do that more often. Oh, I just hit clocks. I think I just went into it. Okay, it's called Squad Goals, and here's Mr. Tix to tell you more about it. Well, thank you, Mr. Tix. What a happy fellow. This is the face he's talking about. It's one of 5 that are installed on his Fitbit Sense, and 4 of these are from the same company. Let's get into it. It's called Squad Goals, and it's from Lignite, kind of like Ignite, but with an L. And obviously the coloration of the stock colors are different, but it has full flexibility to change the colors to anything, any combination you want, including creating your own colors, which is what he did. Pretty creative, that Mr. Tix. And when you get into the settings for this particular face, you find that you can change the temperature units and add GPS to it. Here is what we're talking about, the hourly step goal that you can go in and change to anything you want. Maybe 250 is too hard. Maybe you just want to do 100 steps an hour. That's just enough to get you up out of your seat. Well, make your goal 100. 250 is the default, and you can set it to anything you want up to 5,000 steps per hour. Woo! You can specify what you want in each of the different positions on the watch. Easy to do. And, of course, edit and change your colors on the watch face itself. Here are some of the other faces that are similar. I'm going to show you this one. It has the ability to change any of these, like this could be 407 hourly steps. You can create and change these to any way you'd like to. This is one of them that's included in the package. Here's another version of it where you have control of all of these separately. And this one's kind of interesting. You can put in a secondary time zone that you like and show the bar where that is. And of course have all of your information on there in a kind of liquid crystal display style of face. So that's the face we're talking about. Once again, squad goals from Lignite. Now, of course, this assumes that you've got a Fitbit that will accept this watch face, like the Sense here. If you don't yet have a Fitbit you want to play around with, it has this specialized sedentary reminder capability, then head on over to Amazon using our specialized link here, bit.ly/Fitbit Amazon. And you can roam through all of the current watches they have, and of course the Sense is over there as well. And it helps us out if you pick it up through using that link. So what do we got? We've got the specialized sedentary tracking, 250 steps an hour, notification 10 minutes to the top of the hour if you haven't gotten your 250 in, and a little reward when you do get your 250 in before the end of the hour. You also have this capability to add even more steps per hour if you want to. That's basic walking, motivation for walking. Then when it comes to actually working with your input output, we've got this one. And I didn't show you this, but it's got all kinds of things. Hydration, that was stress, sleep time. Here we go. I can leave it on that screen. I'm -113, so I could have a cookie and it'd still be okay. But if this is in the positive, you notice it goes dim because it's better outdoors. This is the GoBe2, the GoBe3. There is a 2 version of the Healbe monitoring daily input-output calorie usage. And it all stems from the concept that started with these guys here writing this great article, The 12 Biggest Benefits of Walking to Improve Your Health, according to the experts. Check it out. This long link is in the show notes to the video. Click over there. Find out why walking is really good for you. Learn about basal metabolism. Just walking every hour has an influence. It builds muscle, you get better cardiovascular, all kinds of things that can affect the basal metabolism. And with that shift in metabolism, you can actually see more calories burned per day, okay? That will help you out in the long run. Healbe, GoBe3, Fitbit Sense. The two together really make a great combination, and actually, this is how I wear them. I slap this puppy on here, and I'm able to wear the two on one arm, and it works out. So if you really want to spend less money than for an Apple Watch and get two of the best things on the market right now for weight control, this is the way to go. Alrighty, gang, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, really appreciate that. Smartwatchticks.com. You can subscribe right there or hit cancel and go right into our main page, and the little magnifying glass, put in Fitbit, and you'll be able to find all kinds of reviews I've done of apps and the Tethering app and custom apps. It just goes on and on and on for this Fitbit Sense. We got a lot of rich content. Hope to see you around. Thanks for watching.